Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that no one talks about when they show you the highlight reels of success stories. Behind every shining medal, every clapping audience, every smiling face on a stage, there's pain. Real, raw, relentless pain. We live in a world that celebrates the win, but ignores the wounds. Everyone claps when you rise, but no one stays to watch when you're crawling on your knees. But that's where the real story is. That's where success is actually born. In pain. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is the greatest teacher you will ever meet. It pushes you, pulls you, breaks you, and then silently remakes you. It is the fire that burns away the noise and brings you face to face with who you really are. Pain is not your enemy. It is your greatest teacher. It may not come dressed like a wise professor, but it has the power to teach you things that comfort never will. Pain is honest. It does not flatter you. It shows you your limits, and then it dares you to go beyond them. It exposes the cracks in your soul, the doubts in your heart, and the fears in your mind. It pulls everything to the surface that you've tried to hide, bury, or ignore. And that's why it is the greatest teacher, because it forces you to face yourself. When you are in pain, life becomes quiet. The distractions fade. The noise of the world dies down. In those moments you hear things you didn't hear before. You see yourself differently. You begin to understand what really matters. Pain brings clarity. It burns away the unnecessary and leaves only the essential. You realize who your true friends are. You realize how strong or how fragile your faith is. You learn to stand, not because someone is holding your hand, but because you have no other choice. The beauty of pain is that it strips away all illusions. It does not care about your status, your looks, or your success. It treats everyone equally, whether you are rich or poor, old or young, powerful or powerless. Pain will visit you, and in doing so it gives you a gift, a hard, uncomfortable, often unwanted gift, but a gift nonetheless, the gift of growth, the gift of inner strength, the gift of self-awareness. Pain has a way of sharpening your vision. It teaches you to see differently, not with your eyes, but with your soul. Think about the people who have inspired you the most, the ones who moved you with their story, with their strength, with their journey. Most likely their strength was not built during happy days. It was forged in the fire of trials. Their wisdom did not come from reading a book or attending a seminar. It came from bleeding, breaking, and rebuilding. That is what pain does. It breaks you down so you can be rebuilt stronger. Most of us try to avoid pain. We run from it. We cover it up with distractions, pretend we are okay, or numb ourselves with temporary relief. But here's the truth. What you avoid will keep chasing you. What you bury will eventually explode. You cannot heal what you refuse to feel, and you cannot grow if you are constantly hiding from the very thing that was sent to grow you. Pain invites you to go deeper, to ask questions you've never asked, to explore parts of yourself you've never touched. It may come from a broken relationship, a personal failure, a health scare, or a shattered dream. But no matter the source, it carries a lesson. And if you're brave enough to stay present with it, to not shut down or run away, that lesson will change your life. You will realize that the things you thought would destroy you actually introduced you to your own strength. That the nights you cried yourself to sleep were the same nights you were being shaped. That the closed doors were not punishments, but redirections. That the loneliness wasn't empty, it was sacred. And the breaking wasn't the end. It was the beginning of becoming. Pain teaches you that life is not just about smiles and sunshine. It's about rainstorms, bruises, and long walks through dark valleys. And yet through all of that, you are still here, still standing, still breathing, which means pain did not win. It taught, it tested, it refined, and it left you with something no comfort ever could. The courage to keep going, the resilience to rise again, and the wisdom to know that even your worst days were part of your becoming. Every successful person carries invisible scars of silent battles. These are not the kind of stories that make it into the spotlight, but they are the foundation of everything you admire in someone's success. The late nights, the silent cries, the disappointments no one knew about, they are all stitched into the story of someone who looks confident on stage, but was once shaking in private. We often see the outer glow and miss the inner war. The applause hides the anxiety, the smile masks the struggle, and the achievements are often built on top of moments where giving up seemed like the easiest option. You look at someone who has made it and think they had it easy. You assume they always had the answers, always knew the way, and never faced real obstacles. But if you were to sit with them, really sit with them, you'd learn how many times they broke down in silence. You'd find out about the rejections that nearly crushed their spirit, the moments of doubt that echoed louder than any applause they later received. They kept going, not because they always felt strong, but because they had no choice but to move forward. These scars are not visible. You cannot touch them or photograph them, but they are there, buried deep in the eyes that have seen too much, and the hearts that still chose to love anyway. These are the people who cried on bathroom floors, wiped their tears quietly, and showed up to the world like nothing happened. Not because they were faking strength, but because strength had become their only option. And each time they fell, each time they got knocked down, they collected another invisible scar, a reminder that they survived something they once thought would destroy them. Success without struggle is just a story half told. The struggle gives depth to the story. It makes the success meaningful. Without those dark days, the light would have no purpose. Without the nights of confusion and chaos, the clarity and direction would be empty. These scars become proof. Proof that something was overcome, that a mountain was climbed, that fear was faced and conquered. And every successful person you admire has walked through their own valley of shadows before reaching their peak. These silent battles also shape character. They strip away ego and replace it with empathy. When someone has suffered in silence, they don't just understand success, they understand others. They become the kind of leaders who listen, the kind of teachers who care, the kind of friends who stay when it's hard. Because they remember what it felt like when they had no one. They remember what it felt like to fight battles no one saw, and that memory makes them softer, not weaker. There's a kind of grace in people who've struggled, a calmness in their voice, a fire in their eyes, and a depth in their words. They are not just speaking from theory, they are speaking from survival. They are the ones who don't give up easily, because they've already been to the edge and returned. They know pain, but they also know resilience. They've made peace with the mess. They don't need perfection to move forward. They only need a reason. And for many of them, that reason was to prove to themselves that they were more than their scars. When we celebrate success, we must also honor the unseen journey, the nights no one clapped for, the moments no one documented, the decisions made in darkness, because these are the real milestones. These are the reasons why that person is still standing. The medals may shine in public, but the courage was built in private. The world only sees the glow, but it is the burn that made it possible. And those silent battles, those scars, no one applauded. They are the truest part of the success story. Growth does not happen in comfort. It is born in discomfort. It is easy to stay in a place where everything feels familiar. You know the routine, the faces, the expectations. There is no pressure to stretch, no need to confront your fears, no challenge that pushes you beyond your limit. But the truth is, nothing truly changes there. Nothing transforms. Comfort gives you rest, but it rarely gives you progress. It keeps you safe, but it also keeps you small. It whispers that this is enough, that you do not need to reach for more, that staying still is better than risking pain. And many people believe it. Many people spend years wrapped in the warmth of that lie. But growth knocks at the door of discomfort. It shows up when you are uncertain, when you feel like you are not ready, when you are scared of failing. It pushes you into rooms you never wanted to enter, and challenges you to become someone you have never been. Growth is messy. It is uncomfortable. It makes your heart race and your mind question everything. But that is the place where transformation begins. That is where you stop being who you were, and start becoming who you are meant to be. Discomfort forces you to confront your weaknesses. It reveals what you need to learn, where you need to improve, what parts of you still carry fear or doubt. It breaks the illusion that you already know enough, or are already strong enough. It humbles you. It brings you to your knees and asks, how badly do you want this? Are you willing to be uncomfortable for a while, so you can grow into the person you dream of becoming? If you always choose what is easy, you will always stay where you are. But when you choose the difficult path, the uncomfortable conversation, the unfamiliar role, the challenge that scares you, you give yourself permission to expand, to fail, to get back up, to try again. That process is not glamorous. It is often lonely. You will have moments where you wonder why you even started. But every step you take in discomfort builds something inside you that cannot be taken away. Growth is not a straight line. It does not always look like progress. Sometimes it feels like confusion. Sometimes it feels like starting over. Sometimes it feels like you are going backwards. But if you are uncomfortable, if you are questioning, if you are pushing through fear, you are growing. You are evolving. You are building a life that is not dictated by comfort, but by courage. Think about the most powerful lessons you have learned in life. Were they taught to you in moments of ease? Or did they come during seasons of struggle, when everything felt uncertain, when you were forced to rely on faith and grit? That is the magic of discomfort. It awakens you. It shakes you out of autopilot and teaches you to live with intention. It removes the illusion of control and teaches you to surrender to the process. Some people spend their whole lives avoiding discomfort and wonder why they never feel fulfilled. Fulfillment does not come from avoiding pain. It comes from knowing you faced it, endured it, and grew because of it. Discomfort is not the enemy. It is the birthplace of strength, character, wisdom, and depth. It is where your real story begins. Not the story of the person you pretend to be, but the story of the person you are becoming. The version of you who knows that pain is part of progress, and that real growth will always demand that you leave comfort behind. Emotional pain, rejection, failure, heartbreak are all part of the journey. These are the moments we try to hide, avoid, or forget. We act like they are detours, like they do not belong in the narrative of someone who is trying to succeed. But the truth is, these moments are not detours. They are the path itself. No one moves forward without getting hurt. No one becomes stronger without first feeling weak. Every time your heart breaks, every time your confidence shatters, every time someone walks away or something falls apart, you are given a chance, a painful, powerful chance to grow. Rejection feels like someone saying you are not enough. It cuts deep. Whether it is a job, a relationship, a dream, when it slips away, it leaves behind silence. You question your worth. You doubt your decisions. But rejection is not always a punishment. Sometimes it is protection. Sometimes it is redirection. What you wanted may not have been meant for you. What you lost may have been limiting you. But in the moment it just hurts, and you have every right to feel that pain. Let it be real. Let it be loud. But do not let it lie to you. Do not let it convince you that one no defines you. Failure is another kind of wound. It makes you feel like everything you did was for nothing. All the effort, all the hope, all the time, gone. People talk about success with pride, but they rarely admit how many times they failed before they got there. They do not talk about the nights they stared at the ceiling, wondering why nothing was working, or the days they avoided mirrors, because they couldn't stand to see the person who messed it up again. But failure is not the end of the road. It is a sign that you are on the road. The only people who never fail are the ones who never try. Failure teaches you what to do better. It humbles you. It reveals gaps you did not see. It builds patience, determination, and resilience. Not when you win, but when you choose to keep going after you have lost. Heartbreak is one of the deepest pains. It is the ache of giving your love, your time, your energy, and watching it all be misunderstood or thrown away. It is the feeling of being left behind, of carrying memories that no longer belong to your present. But heartbreak is also an invitation. It calls you back to yourself. It reminds you of what you deserve. It breaks down the walls you were hiding behind, and asks you to rebuild, not bitter, but better. With more awareness, with more intention, with more clarity about who you are and what you need. These emotions do not make you weak. They make you human. They remind you that you are alive, that you care deeply, that you dared to try. And yes, they will change you. They will leave marks. But those marks are not signs of failure. They are signs of courage. You showed up. You gave your best. And even when things did not work out, you kept going. That is not something everyone does. When you feel broken, remember this is part of the process. No one walks through life without wounds. No one becomes whole without first being shattered. The journey to success is not paved with perfect days. It is built on messy moments, honest tears, and quiet battles. Your pain is not a weakness. It is a passage. And every time you rise after being hurt, every time you believe again after being disappointed, you are moving forward. You are becoming more. You are becoming someone who knows how to survive the storm and still look for the sunrise. Pain reveals who you truly are and who you are meant to become. It does not give you a warning. It does not ask for permission. And it certainly does not wait for a convenient time. It arrives when you least expect it, through loss, betrayal, failure, or even silence. And when it comes, it strips away every layer you have built to protect yourself. Suddenly you are left facing the version of you that you never had time to meet before. The one that does not wear a mask, the one that is not trying to impress anyone, the one that simply exists in its rawest, most fragile state. That is who you really are. When everything is taken away, that is the beginning of self-awareness. Most people spend their lives performing, trying to be who others want them to be, trying to fit in, trying to be acceptable, likable, agreeable. But when pain enters the room, all of that falls away. You cannot perform through heartbreak. You cannot act your way out of loss. You are forced to meet yourself in a mirror you did not ask for. You begin to see your fears, your wounds, your unresolved past. You begin to realize the things you depended on too much, the people you gave your power to, the dreams you were chasing that were never really yours. Pain has a brutal way of waking you up from the lies you have been telling yourself. And that is where something powerful begins to happen. In that mess, in that darkness, you begin to rebuild. Not quickly, not perfectly, but slowly, and with more honesty. You start to ask questions you avoided. You start to set boundaries you never thought you could. You begin to honor your own voice. And in doing so you start becoming someone new, someone not built on expectations, but on truth, someone not shaped by approval, but by experience. Pain does not just reveal who you are. It starts to shape who you can become if you listen to it. You begin to notice your strength. The quiet kind. The kind that helps you get out of bed when everything in you wants to give up. The kind that keeps showing up, even when the results are not showing yet. You learn how much you can endure. You learn how deeply you can feel. And you learn how to trust yourself. Because pain has shown you what you can survive. You also begin to soften in a different way. Pain opens your heart to the suffering of others. It removes the judgment you once had. It teaches you to be gentler, more patient, more understanding. Because you have been there. You know what it feels like to be in the dark. You know how long the nights can feel. You understand that sometimes, all someone needs is for another soul to say, I see you. I've been there. That empathy is not something you learn from books. It is something pain carves into your spirit. And as you grow, you stop wishing pain had never come. You stop pretending everything is fine when it is not. You realize that the pain you once hated became the doorway to your purpose. That the version of you before the storm was brave, but the version of you after it is real. You realize that the scars on your heart are not signs of weakness, but proof that you went through something and came out with more depth, more clarity, and more truth than before. Pain revealed what truly mattered. Pain forced you to stop, reflect, heal, and change. And that is how you began to step into the life you were always meant to live. Rising after pain makes you unstoppable, unshakable, and resilient. It is not just the act of standing up again that matters. It is who you become in the process. The first time life knocks you down, it feels like the end of everything. You lie there, broken, questioning your worth, questioning the point of even trying. The world moves on, people forget, and you are left with pieces. But something strange happens when you decide to rise. Not because someone told you to, not because it was easy, but because something inside you whispered, try again. That moment changes you forever. Rising is not loud. It is not always seen. Sometimes it is just opening your eyes in the morning when you cried yourself to sleep. Sometimes it is getting out of bed when your heart is heavy. Sometimes it is sending one more email, making one more call, taking one more step when everything inside you is tired. That quiet, steady rise is what builds the kind of resilience no one can take away. You are not the same person who fell. The fall shook you, but the rise transformed you. You begin to realize that pain, though cruel, is temporary. But what you learn from rising, that stays with you. You start to develop a mindset that is not afraid of setbacks. You stop expecting life to always be fair. You stop waiting for others to save you. You stop looking for perfect timing or perfect conditions. You become someone who can stand in the storm and say, I've been through worse. That is what makes you unshakable. Not that life does not hit you anymore, but that you have already learned how to survive the hit and come back stronger. When people look at you and say, you are so strong, they often do not see the nights you wanted to give up. They do not see the times you were on your knees praying for something, anything, to change. They see the result, but they do not know the process. What they call strength is actually your decision to rise again and again, even when no one was watching, even when it felt like no one cared. There is a power that builds inside you when you choose not to stay broken. It is not arrogance. It is not pretending that everything is fine. It is the quiet confidence of someone who has suffered deeply and still believes in hope, who has seen the worst and still chooses kindness, who has been betrayed and still loves with an open heart. That kind of resilience cannot be bought or taught. It is earned through experience, through scars, through the decision to heal when staying hurt would have been easier. Life will not promise you ease, but it will give you the chance to rise every time you fall. And with every rise you grow. You stop being afraid of pain. You stop giving fear so much power. You begin to trust yourself. You begin to understand that no matter what happens, you have what it takes to come back. You become someone who can rebuild, even if everything around you falls apart. And that is the essence of being unstoppable. You are no longer controlled by circumstances. You are no longer waiting for life to be kind before you act. You have become the kind of person who can keep moving forward, not because the road is smooth, but because your spirit refuses to stop. Every rise makes you stronger, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You become rooted, grounded, not easily swayed by opinions, failure, or fear. You become someone others look up to without even trying, because your journey speaks louder than your words. That is the gift of rising. It does not just heal what hurt you, it shapes you into someone. Even pain cannot break again. Scars are proof of survival and should be worn with pride. They are not just reminders of what hurt you. They are the evidence that you endured what could have broken you. A scar is what remains when the bleeding stops and healing begins. It is the signature of resilience etched onto your skin, your heart, your memory. Most people try to hide their scars. They cover them, filter them, avoid talking about them as if they are something to be ashamed of. But scars tell stories, powerful stories. Stories of bravery, of lessons learned the hard way, of walking through storms and still standing. When you see someone's scar, you are not just looking at damage, you are looking at strength. You are looking at someone who fell and got back up. Someone who was betrayed and still chose to love. Someone who was told no and still found another way. That is the real meaning of a scar. It says, I have been hurt, but I am still here. I did not let that moment define me. I did not stay broken. I chose to heal, even when it hurt to do so. There is a beauty in scars that only the healed understand. While wounds are fresh and painful, they demand attention. But once they heal, they begin to transform. They become symbols. They no longer scream pain. They whisper wisdom. They remind you of how far you have come. They remind you of what you survived. And they quietly teach you not to fear being hurt again, because you now know what it takes to heal. The world often chases perfection, smooth skin, flawless lives, polished stories. But perfection is an illusion. Real life is messy. And every person you admire has their own scars, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. The most inspiring people are not the ones who never struggled. They are the ones who struggled deeply and came out the other side with compassion and courage. Their scars are their badges, not of shame, but of victory. When you look at your own scars, do not see failure. See proof. Proof that you faced something hard and chose not to run. Proof that you were brave enough to feel, strong enough to fight, and wise enough to grow. Your scars do not make you less worthy. They make you more real, more grounded, more connected to the human experience. Some scars may be invisible to the eye, but heavy on the heart, like the scar left by a loved one's absence, or the one formed by words that cut deep and stayed for years. These scars are just as valid, just as painful, and just as powerful. You do not need to compare your pain to someone else's. What matters is that you acknowledge it, honor it, and recognize how it shaped you. There is strength in saying, yes, I have been wounded. Yes, I have fallen. Yes, I have cried. But here I am, still breathing, still believing, still becoming. That is the voice of someone who knows the value of scars. Not just for what they came through, but for what they gained along the way. Every scar has taught you something. Maybe it taught you patience. Maybe it taught you boundaries. Maybe it taught you how to forgive, or how to walk away, or how to fight for yourself when no one else would. Scars are not meant to be erased. They are meant to be embraced. They tell the truth of your journey in a way that perfection never could. They say you lived, you felt, you broke, you healed, and through it all you grew into someone stronger than the pain that tried to silence you. True success is not the applause but the endurance through every storm. The world often defines success by visible outcomes, the claps, the trophies, the titles, the spotlight. But real success is built in silence, behind closed doors when no one is cheering and no one is watching. It is not about how loud the celebration is at the end, but how quiet and determined the struggle was in the middle. Anyone can smile on the stage, but not everyone can survive the nights that almost broke them. Success is not just about reaching the destination, it is about what you overcame on the way. The storms are different for everyone. For some it is rejection after rejection, doors slamming shut when hope was high. For others it is the constant battle of self-doubt, the fear of never being enough, or the pain of working hard and still falling short. Some carry grief, some carry trauma, some carry the heavy silence of being misunderstood or unseen. Yet, through all of that, if you kept going, that is success. That is the kind of triumph that may not look glamorous, but it is powerful beyond words. Endurance is not about being perfect. It is not about always having answers or always getting things right. It is about staying in the fight, even when you feel tired. It is about continuing to show up when your confidence is low, when your heart is heavy, when your mind is screaming that it would be easier to quit. The ability to endure is what sets people apart, not talent, not intelligence, but the refusal to stop, that quiet, stubborn choice to try again, to believe again, to get up one more time. The hardest part of the journey is the middle, when you are too far from the beginning to go back, and too far from the end to see it clearly. It is in that middle space where most people give up. They think they are failing, but really they are building. They are learning patience. They are developing grit. They are forming the kind of inner strength that cannot be shaken. Enduring the storm does not mean the storm goes away quickly. Sometimes it stays longer than expected. But the goal is not to wait for the storm to end. The goal is to learn how to stand in the rain and still move forward. Endurance is also about staying true to yourself when the world tries to shape you into something else. It is easy to compromise your values when success feels just a little bit out of reach. But the kind of success that lasts, the kind that brings peace instead of emptiness, comes from staying rooted in who you are, even when you are tired, even when you are afraid, even when you are tempted to take shortcuts that lead you further from your truth. When you finally reach your goals, people might admire your results, but only you will know the weight of what you carried to get there. You will know the days you wanted to quit, but didn't. You will remember the nights you cried, and the mornings you chose to rise anyway. And that memory will mean more than any award ever could. Because you will have earned something deeper than applause. You will have earned yourself. There is a quiet kind of power in those who endure. They do not always look the loudest. They are not always the ones who seek attention. But they are the ones who carry strength like a flame. Steady, resilient, unbreakable. They do not burn out because their fire was not lit by approval, but by purpose. Their success is not built on a single moment, but on 1,000 unseen ones, where they chose to keep walking through every storm life threw their way.